Okay, trig, we're going to do 3.2 sine law. Okay, here is what sine law looks like. We're going to have CA over sine A. This is on your formula sheet. B over sine B equals C over sine C. Okay, noticing how I wrote this, lowercase letters I wrote on the top, which means those are sides, and uppercase I wrote on the bottoms with the sine because those are angles, angle measurements. Little a and big A, what does that mean? It means those are located across from each other. Okay? All right, let's get into this. Example 1. All right, pardon my lovely drawings here. 110, 55, and we have another 20 degrees. Okay, so sine law says that you must have a side and angle across from each other to use it. So that is across from each other, and we're going to find that side x. So this is also a pair across from each other. So we're going to write it like this. 55 over sine of 110 is equal to the ratio of x over sine 20. Okay, so this ratio is setting up to cross multiply. So when you cross multiply, you multiply the two that match up across from each other and divide by the other one. Okay, so that looks like this, 55 times sine 20, divide by sine of 110. Yep, and that is 20 degrees. Oh, sorry, not 20 degrees, just the side length of 20.02. So that's your solution for x. Okay, example 2. We're going to have side lengths of 12 and 10, and I'm going to give you this measurement of 41 degrees, and we're going to find this angle right there. Okay, so find your matchups. So that's a pair, and 10 is paired up with that one. Okay, so how do we write the ratio? 12 over sine 41 is equal to the ratio of 10 over sine of this angle, but I don't know it. Cross multiplying, what matches up? So I'm going to times those, and I'm going to divide by 12. Okay, so we got 10 times sine 41 divided by 12 equals, okay, but that's not my angle. That is what my sine angle equals. So how do I get my angle? I get rid of the sine by sine inversing. So I'm going to find second sine of my answer, and I get 33.1 degrees. Okay, sides you go to 2, angles you go to 1 decimal place. And this little rule, when you find an angle, you better be pushing the inverse. Okay, that's always going to occur. If you're ever finding an angle at the end, you're going to be using your inverse button. Okay, example 3. 95 degrees. And then we have, oops, nope, I'm not going to give you that. Oh yeah, I am, sorry. 95 degrees. I'm going to give you 8 as a side length, 30 as an angle, and then find this. Okay, so let's identify our pair. So that's a pair. And x is with, okay, so this is funny. That's not going to work, right? Because I can't have two unknowns. But here's the thing. You actually know that angle. Because what do you know about triangles? All three angles add up to 180. Okay, so we got 180, take away our 95, take away 30. So that angle is 55. Okay, now we can set up our sine law. 8 over sine 30 is equal to the x value over sine 55. Cross multiplying says do that, divide by that. It's a side, so I'm not going to be inversing anything. 8 times sine 55. Divide by sine 30. 13.11. Okay, last example. All right, we have a side length 11. We have 40 degrees, 13 side length, and we are going to find x down there. Okay, so here we go. There's our ratio with each other, 11 over sine 40. What other ratios could it equal? Well, x and this, but that's not helping me because it's unknown. I can't get that like last time. So I need to use this 13 to get this angle. So I'm going to call this something else, so let's give it a y. Okay, so 13 over sine y. Okay, so let's do this times across. So 13 times sine 40. Divide by 11. And remember, it's an angle, so we're inversing. So 49.4. Now I can use this 49.4 to calculate this. So this is 180 minus 40 minus 49.4. And this angle at the top is 90.6. So now I can see I have an unknown across the x, or a known across the x, so I can use a ratio again. So 11 over sine 40 equals x over sine 90.6. Okay, calculator steps. 11 times sine 90.6 divided by sine 40 and equals, and you should get 17.11. Okay, so you found this first, you found this angle second, and then you had to find that side third. When you are doing this second one, you could have technically, instead of doing this, you could have used 13 over sine 49.4, but I'd prefer you using this because this information was known, so it's more accurate than you using a rounded number. Okay, so just a little tidbit for accuracy.